People around him on the job, they come in late, leave early. He come in early, leave late. They get a promotion. They get a raise. He upset. But then he get home because he been saying, yes, dear. And when he sit down at the table, he starts seeing this magnificent feast. Woo! And then you know what he said? There is a God. There is a God. All because of yes, dear. So then I discovered the same thing. So I don't mind saying yes, dear no more. Might not get the greens on the table, but we'll get them at the restaurant. That's fine with me. Because I learned how to surrender. Now, like I say, it requires some work. All right? It was a cost. Now, there's a cost. I'm like, why are you down? She said, well, you know, it's just a little overwhelmed. I'm like, why are you overwhelmed? Because, you know, work is my workload. I'm running track, going to this event, going to that event. I said, well, that's what it takes to be successful. What do you think I do every day? What do you think your mama do every day? Your grandparents did every day. They had to create disciplines. Successful people, they miss out on vacations. They miss out on family reunions. They miss out on special events sometimes. All the little things. Everybody going to the ball game, but you at home working. See, all those people retired, there's a lot of things that they missed out in order to carry things through for their family. And that's what it requires to surrender and wait patiently on the Lord. You have to miss out on things. You have to miss out on festivals. You have to sacrifice. So here are those 8 things that you have to pay the entrance fee to surrender. 1, you have to work hard. You have to work hard. I've never seen a calm sea create a good captain. You think about it. You have to work hard. 2, you have to be persistent on whatever it may be. You have to be persistent. Those people who retired, in order to reach retirement, they had to be persistent of getting there. Not calling in. These new people, these young people, they call in for the slightest thing. It's unreal. You have to be persistent. Now, I can understand the people who raised their hand if they had to call in because they were going through a difficult period of time. You know, it might have been a bus caught. You know, they may have to be on some type of assembly line where they wasn't welcome. I can understand that. But this stuff these young people today, I don't understand. My car broke down. What's wrong with Uber? You got all this technology, they don't use no common sense. So you have to be persistent of whatever you're doing. 3rd, you have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined. When you ladies out there, I know some of you all have the best pound cake recipes that a man could imagine. But it took discipline to get there. You weren't trying to alter the recipe, any of those things. You stuck to it. You was disciplined with it. You can make it verbatim, come off the top of your head, no problem, because you was disciplined. All right, come on. 4th, you have to be ambitious. You have to have some ambition about it. Whatever you're doing, you have to have some ambition. Waiting on the Lord, you have to have some ambition. Because 1, it's going to take a lot of hard work. I already said that. You're going to have to be very persistent. You have to come to church every Sunday. Bible study, all those things. Then you're going to have to make a sacrifice. You have to make a sacrifice. You have to make a sacrifice. If you're going to be persistent in what you're doing, you're going to have to make a sacrifice. In order to surrender,